Remember this? The house you couldn't afford, the one you spent years of your life fighting for. Here's another episode of Here's What You Could Have Won with me, Leo Sorrell. You've been told your whole life that the way to get onto the housing ladder is to work hard and save. So you did. You skipped the coffees, the Netflix, the holidays, even that one friend's wedding because you were saving. You ate cheap meals and lived in cramped flats, all for a deposit that felt like it was just always out of reach. You've probably told yourself it's your fault, right? That you just didn't work hard enough, or save enough, or get that promotion. The constant whisper of, if only I had more discipline. You've internalised the story of personal failure. But what if that story is a lie? What if the game was rigged before you even started playing? After the 2008 financial crash, central banks introduced a powerful and unconventional tool called quantitative easing. They created billions of pounds out of thin air to buy government bonds, which were supposed to stimulate the economy. But here's the kicker. That new money didn't trickle down to ordinary people. It stayed in the financial system, pushing down interest rates and pushing wealthy investors to look for assets with better returns. And what did they find? Property. Houses stopped being places to live and became financial assets to be traded. At the same time, we saw the deregulation of the housing market. Policies like right to buy sold off council houses at a fraction of their value but failed to replace them. This slashed the number of affordable homes available. The introduction of buy-to-let mortgages made it easy for investors and the super wealthy to buy up properties not to live in, but to rent out. This created a new class of powerful landlords who could trap a generation in a cycle of extortionate rents, making it impossible for people to save for a deposit, let alone imagine a life with a stable home. So while you are meticulously saving every pound, that value of that house wasn't being driven by your hard work. It was being inflated by deliberate political choices that prioritised wealth generation for the few over a home ownership for the many. You were never the problem. So what's the solution? It's not about saving more, it's about building more. Specifically, we need to return to the solution that worked for generations before us, the mass building of council homes. By building a new generation of high-quality, genuinely affordable council homes, we can achieve two things. First, we directly address the crisis by providing a safe, secure, and affordable roof over everyone's head. For those who need it, this guarantees a home no matter what. Second, this increased supply will bring the prices of all houses, both for sale and for rent, down to more sustainable levels. When there is an abundance of affordable housing, the price gouging by landlords and property speculators becomes impossible. Everyone will have a chance to buy a home if they want to, and everyone will have a roof over their heads, regardless of their financial situation. The cost of this? Well, it's significant but not impossible. The estimated cost to build a new single council home in the UK is £200,000 to £240,000. To house everyone on the current social housing waiting list, the total cost will be around £205 billion. It's a huge number, but consider this. The richest 10% of households in the UK own almost 60% of the country's total wealth. If we really want to build our way out of a crisis, we can. We can finance a massive council house building programme by asking the wealthiest in society to contribute. A small annual tax on the super rich on assets over £10 million, for example, could raise up to £24 billion a year alone. We can do this, the money is there. This wasn't a failure to save, it was a deliberate political outcome. And the solution isn't about personal responsibility, it's about systemic change. It's time to stop blaming yourself and start holding the system accountable. You didn't fail, the policy did. You have the power to demand change.